So what's up, everybody? My name is Tylen. If you could please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. So listen to this. Financial independence. What do you want? So preferably when I think of financial independence, I think of it as freedom, right? The ability to do whatever you want, when you want to do it, and it's not out of necessity anymore. It's working out of enjoyment, because maybe you still want to work, but you're doing it because you enjoy doing it. Because if you want to sit down and just chill, then you can do so. Now, I highly encourage people to go ahead and keep going, because it's just the best thing to do. They say statistics run to people tend to live longer if they stay active, even in retirement. And personally, I believe we all have something to give, no matter what age we are, even if we're just being mentors to someone. You know, if you're 90, 100, man, that's a blessing to get to that age. But if you're that age, then I mean, just being someone that someone else can count on and you can give that wisdom to, using your mind as the ability to work, that is beyond, you're a consultant at that point. That's beyond. I love the idea of that. So when you think about financial independence, where are you? Where's your mindset at? And I want to I think it's ways that we can look at getting there, right? So we can reference income. We can look at income being a big part. I hope we all would agree to there. But I can think it's a huge part to how we want to get to financial independence, or in other words, financial freedom. So look, earned income today. What are you doing today? Because of course it's all going to start with what do you have going on right now? We want the future, but our future self will thank us when our present self is doing what we are intending to do. Okay? So one income is earned income. That's one. So today, how much money are you getting? What are you putting aside? Because yes, I personally believe it is about what you get and what you keep. Because if you, and how you're managing it. I mean, that's a huge part. How you're managing it is very huge. I like, you got to lead your money into the right ways. Because a lot of us are going to lead it to bills and that's it. But we ain't going to do that, because we got a lot more of us that are now learning to lead it into not only our necessities, but we're learning to put it into our future, which is, and at this point, our investments likely. Okay? We're going to roll with it being investments at this point. Which brings us to the next one. Stocks, bonds, those good old things. What are we doing? What we need to do to invest in those? Yes, it's good to have a 401k, or any retirement account that you may have with your company or wherever you are. However, I believe that the personal best way, and I'm saying this out of freedom that I want you to have, the freedom that we all need together, right? If you get the investment going to where it now becomes, the passive money is coming to you, even if it starts small, it will begin to grow, and reinvest it over and over again until it gets to that point where it's at your freedom number. All right? Which leads to the next one. Because now we were just talking about jobs, y'all. But what if you don't want a job? What if you're already on a different level of achieving your goals of being a business owner? And I love that. And you're being a business owner and you're making money. You still have to do those other things, which is put money into your investments, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's bonds, whatever it is. You have to be making sure that you're taking that money that you're making from that business and you're putting it into an engine that gets you that passive. So that way, one day, you can just use your mind for, maybe the more funner things you would like to do, or if it was just to spend more time with your family versus running a business, more than you're running it then. So that looks at the financial goals, y'all. The goals, the future goals. Where do you want to see yourself? Where do you want to see yourself within that time? Because that's huge. That's huge on how fast you're going to get to where you want to go and how fast you want to get there. Me personally, I see myself in the next 10 years doing what I want to do, being where I want to be. One of the places that I love and enjoy is Sierra Leone. And I want to be in a place where I'm spending at least 6 months, maybe sometimes 12, in Sierra Leone, and then coming back into the United States and having a good time with my family and friends, because I have a lot of family and friends here. Yeah, I was raised here, so it won't change. But I'm gonna have a lot of family and friends there too, which I already have a lot of family and friends there anyway. But it's gonna grow on both sides, and I personally see myself in Sierra Leone a lot of those times. It's a great place to be. I think I've heard me talk about it, and you're gonna have more and more talks about it. I'm so excited about the opportunities there that it's just plentiful. And of course, the United States is definitely a good place to be, especially for the opportunities that it can afford you. But I'm telling you, that continent is just as great. So keep an open mind to where you may want to be, where you want to be abroad, because financial independence can be achieved quicker depending on what area you stay in. I mean, right now, if you live in Florida, you have to make a nice little amount of money in order to stop, working completely and just let the investments roll you through. Versus, if you take them same coins that you make in Florida and you pick them up and take them to Sierra Leone, well, I can tell you now from my experience, you're gonna go a very long way. You're gonna live pretty well if you've made a substantial amount of money. You're gonna be in great shape and you will live luxurious. And like I said, it just depends on where you are. So leave your options open. And I would consider going abroad at some point and seeing and venturing out and experiencing life outside of where you are, regardless of, if you're in the States or not. Experience somewhere outside of home, because you never know where that leads you with financial independence, because your freedom number could change if your location does. All right. So I just wanted to leave you with that. Please, please, please leave comments. Please like the video. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments so I can make a video about it. Let's talk. Let's talk about Sierra Leone. Let's talk about financial independence. Let's talk about being financially independent in Sierra Leone. Let's talk about how we can grow in general. Let's do it. All right. So let's go.